time, it's all pretend. But facts will be done. Get ready for the smackdown. Get ready for the smackdown. They'll lie while the earth spins around. Watch out for smackdown. They cling to ancient misconceptions. We've got truth in our possession. No room for doubt, no time to waste. It's time to put flat earth in its place. Here comes the smackdown.
Welcome everybody to Tuesday night. It's Thursday and it's a little early. Started working early, got done early, and we got an early debate or chat or whatever with Factzz, nothing but the Factzz, who is not yet here. I just talked to him on the phone and he is sprucing up. Yeah, sprucing up. That's what he said, sprucing up. He wants to start with curvature. Good thing. I got some examples of curvature. Anyway, thank you for joining, everybody. Glad you're here. I know this is early, and some people that might not have a chance to join live because of time zones that wouldn't probably be the same if the Earth were flat. You can watch right now. Think about this. I've pondered this. If the Earth were flat, then time zones could still exist, right? But the sun could never set. So how would they work? There would be a time of the day where the sun was highest in the sky and a time of the day when the sun was lower and it's farther away. So it would not be as warm. It would not be quite as bright, but I don't think it would make a huge difference. Of course, the farther north you go, the less of a difference it would make. At the North Pole, the sun would basically always be the same distance throughout the day. But day to day, it would change by moving farther away and coming back. And oh, I got a little tennis elbow going. So, so it could be that societies would have then set their midday around when the sun was highest. But then as soon as we started interacting with other places, would it be the case where there's think about it. When you're 2 or 3 hours difference in, peak sun, you could say, well, look, let's just all kind of use the same, because there's no sunset. So it doesn't change a lot. So we could say, let's all just use the same time zone. But if you're 12 hours apart, that would not be as convenient. But once you get to the point where, international commerce is a deal, and then maybe many countries, many regions would settle on the same one, since there really isn't a huge difference. There could not be a huge difference in how much you see. Of course, farther south, on the other hand, farther south, it would make a difference. If you were in southern Chile, when the sun is close, midday, especially on the June solstice, the December solstice, it would be very close. It'd be toasty because it'd be near overhead, quite vertical. And then late in the day, 12 hours later, it would be 10 degrees above the horizon. So how would that work? I don't know. Anyway, Sammy McBride says, let's get Courtney from Facebook to debate. Courtney will never. Courtney is so scared. Courtney, if you're not on Facebook and you're not seeing my posts on Facebook, my milkshakes bring Courtney to the yard, and Courtney's a dude. So not what I was looking for, anyway, Courtney just communicates in memes. That's it. And of course, they both contradict flat Earth and are just wrong. So he has one meme that misquotes me as what would have to happen if you were to do celestial navigation for flat Earth, as if that's what I was saying for the globe, which of course is a lie. And when you have to lie, it shows the weakness of your position. So this will not be a 7-hour show. This will be so I have ultimate frisbee tonight, so I have a hard stop for that. So if no, we're not talking about a Facebook group. If you are on Facebook at all, and you feel free to send me a friend request, Michael Toon. You can find there's a few of us. So you might not be able to find me super easily, but if you go to my webpage, mctoon.net, there's a contact link that has a, let's see, does it? No, I don't even provide that. What was I thinking? Well, you can find me on Facebook, Michael Toon. Oh, no, there it is. Is that it right there? No, nope. Nope, still no. Conspiracy Tunes, website Toon Show, TikTok, Twitter, Discord, Instagram. I don't know. I should add it right to my webpage. Anyway, I will. Ultimate tennis with frisbee elbow. Yeah, it doesn't bother me to throw the disc. So, all right, facts, nothing but the facts. The link has been sent to you by Craig. He's like, link please. Yeah, Craig sent you the link because I have Skype and I cannot send text messages to UK numbers with Skype. But I can call. So anyway, I sent the link to Craig, and Craig texted it to Factzzzz. So yeah, not the others. No, Tiny Captain, not the other spelling. Vipe for €2 says, what? It's Tuesday night again? Yay. It is. Facts. How do you think I'm going to send you the message? I don't have your email address. I can only contact you by calling you. Well, I can't call you a link to Zoom. So Craig he texted it to you. So I don't know. Yeah, Craig has to be the intermediary. Put the link in the chat. Oh my gosh. Are you a boomer? Is that what we're doing here? Are you a boomer? All right, I will do that. And then, but I have to turn on waiting room. Seriously. All right. Other people, I won't let you in. So there you go. Facts. There it is. Click it. All right. I'm watching for it. All right, it's coming. It's there. I believe IT professionals refer to the issue as user resistance. Could be a pebcac. Sometimes it's an ID10T error. Yep. Pratt is going to join. Oh my gosh. All right, he's still not joined. It's just, click the link. Just click the link. That's it. Oh, where's Wally's here? Anyway, if you are on Facebook, go look at my most recent post. Some guy was, flapping his face, challenging Simon and Dan to debate. So I'm like, well, hey, I will debate you happily, and nothing, just silence from the guy so far. All right. At least, well, he hasn't posted anything. Vipe says, I've seen Factzzzz over at FTFE a couple times. I'm not surprised he can't tech. Yes. I don't know what are you doing, Factzzzz? I don't know. All right. How old is right? Let's see. How old is Factzzzz? Let's see. We got there you go. There's the choices. There you go. Be sure to get your vote in. Oh, here he comes. He's on the way in. He's coming. He's joining. Are you here? Factzzzz with the Z. There we go. Hello. All right.
Hello.
Okay. Can you
hear
talk?
Me?
I can.
You can hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Happy days.
All right.
All right. So, yeah, we've talked on the phone a few times. Really calm, like easy conversation. Have to keep it 100. Was very surprised considering the reputation that precedes you and the shorts and the way people edit you. That's not the interaction I had with you. So ratings to you for yeah, literally in life I find it's the opposite. Everyone that says, oh, he's the bad guy turns out to be the good guy.
Wow. Who knew, huh? What are you partaking of today?
Oh, I was working and then I'll finish work early to engage.
No, what are you drinking? Yourself. What are you drinking there?
Oh, Dutch lager, Holston. That's all I drink. Holston Pills.
That looks like beer.
Yes, 5% lager, like Heineken.
All right, my audio. I can't actually hear you right now, and just a second. Why can't I hear it? I'm still fighting with the audio upgrade that I did here a while ago. So okay.
Man, why do I look so fucking thin?
I see you talking there, but it's not coming to me. All right,
I can still talk. Sound check 1, 2, 3.
No, I
sound check.
It's okay. People could hear you, but
okay.
Yeah. All right. Pills is beer. All right. That's yeah. I'm not a fan of beer.
Holston Hills.
Okay.
What do you drink then, McToon?
Mostly just Tab. Right here. Yeah. Just
what's Tab?
Tab. It's a.
What the? I've never seen that in my life. What is Tab?
It's
obviously a soft drink.
NASA sends it.
Now you're yanking my chain. Come on. Is it American?
It's a very American beverage.
What is it then? How would you describe it? Cherry, Sprite,
it's a cola. Yep.
Oh, what's wrong with the brand name then? You special and different?
I don't know. Am I special and different?
No, I mean, what's wrong with Coca-Cola or Pepsi or?
I don't like cola at all. It's terrible.
But what's that then? A different type of cola?
Yeah, I don't know. It does it for me. So, all right.
I'll Google it. Well, look, if you enjoy it, that's good looking. If you enjoy it, you do your thing.
All right. So you wanted to talk about curvature.
Yeah.
Right. All right. I'm gonna have to.
Before we start.
Okay. Yeah.
Before we start, could I ask you? Try not to use long words. try and be honourable and show some valour because of my lack of education and basically the way Craig treated me, which was really kind and respectful. And we ended up like, you know, just getting along, which was really surprising. And that's all I asked, McToon. If you can just, you know, try and, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Meet me halfway on.
Now, one thing, I don't know if you know this, but in America, everybody with a British accent other than the Gateshead accent sounds smart to us.
Well, it's not true.
Did you know that?
I can barely spare my own name by the grace of God with an iPhone. No, I'm joking.
All right.
No, I've actually got a few qualifications in engineering. Just done an apprenticeship and, you know, very low level, MVQ, BTEC National, no diplomas, no degrees.
So what's that for? Is that like electrical stuff, mechanical stuff?
Mechanical and electrical engineering in both. So electrical principles, theory and practical.
So like doing wiring for houses or industrial?
I'll just tell you, I shouldn't really, but I'm a qualified lift engineer, elevator, Otis lifts.
Ah, I see. Okay. In America, that would not be called an engineer. I know that in England sometimes that term is used, but in America, engineer means somebody that's got a 4-year degree in engineering typically. So.
No idea what that means, but I did work my way up to technician level, which is the highest rank you can get. So when all the other engineers or the other people that would be the first on site couldn't fix the plant or machinery, i.e. the lift, escalator, travelator, I would be the last man. If I couldn't fix it, they'd have to go to the manufacturer and get them in.
Ah, all right. Okay. So you wanted to talk about curvature.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Yes.
Let me do that. All right, so I'll share my screen here so you can see. All right. Do you see this here? It says Earth is a globe. Right?
Bold statement, McToon.
Yes.
But go on.
But I do need to, I got to fix the scene here. Give me a second. What are you munching on there?
Onion rings. 75p, 50 cents, like Happy Shopper, Mr. Jack's.
Wow.
Like real bottom of the barrel, E numbers galore. Probably more potent than some street substances. No, I'm only joking.
All right. There we go. All right. Okay, so Earth is a globe. So typically the left to right curve is what you want to see, right? From a high altitude balloon or something. Right? Or an airplane.
Why don't we start by the size of the sphere, the amount of curvature we should see over a distance, whatever however you could help me understand that.
Sure. Please. Okay. Well, let's see. How much curve you should see left to right at 46,000 feet. Right. And of course, that depends on the camera that you're looking at. But here is a simulator that, let me click into it. There it is. All right. So here
All right,
is
sorry,
all.
hang on a sec. Sorry to interrupt you. How are you going to be able to see curvature at 46,000 feet up when you're looking down?
Yeah. Well, I'll show you here. So here is, let's see, this is, let's see, where's the fade in, fade out on this guy? I don't, object one. I don't remember where the, does anybody remember where the, you see there's this overlay here, right? And it's partially there. It's not all the way there. It's faded in partially.
Hang on. What are we looking at first? Are we looking at a photograph, an image, a
It's
computer
both. Yeah,
image? What are we looking at?
I'm trying to just show you the prediction, because you asked for the prediction. I'll give you the prediction.
Yeah.
So typically people ask for the left-right curve, and you said yes. And then you're like, well, how much? And I can show you how much the globe predicts.
Well, I'm still waiting for some
What?
For you to explain, help me understand how much is the curve from said position, left, right, forward, or back?
That's what I'm trying to show you.
Okay.
All right. So.
Oh, by the way, you've made it into the diary, McToon.
Okay.
Yeah. Not many people do.
Amazing. Okay.
Yourself, Craig, go on. Sorry, mate.
Yeah. All right. I there it is. Okay. Unfortunately, that doesn't have the data loaded in. So, all right, I'm going to go back to this one here. So the audio's looping now. I think you have you're watching my video on your computer there or something.
I'll shut all my YouTubes down one sec. Okay, that's one shut down.
All right. So here is an animation.
Two shut down.
All right. This is an animation showing a photo and then going to a mathematical prediction based on the radius of the Earth of how much you should see at that elevation.
Can I just stop you there, please?
Okay.
How does an animation show a photo? A photo they're two different things. What are we looking at?
Yep, you're looking at an animation that's bringing a photo on and changing the opacity of the photo.
No. Slow down with the long words, please. What is on the screen right now? Is it a photo overlaid by imagery?
Yep, it's a photo.
Or is it straight imagery and no photo?
It's a photo with an overlay of the prediction based on the globe.
Well, I don't see no curve, brother.
Are you on a phone?
No, I'm on.
Or on a computer?
I'm on my Lenovo Chromebook.
Okay, that's a computer. Okay, so you have a large enough screen, you should be able to see the curve. The curve is very apparent.
Well, it's not, McToon. It's what I said to Craig.
All right, tell you what, I will. Here's what I'm going to do. There are about 300 people watching. Okay, and they're all looking at the exact same thing as you.
Okay.
I'm going to ask these 300 people if they see the curve. Right? And
but if I ask my Muslim brothers and sisters, which there's I know a lot of, would you be a Christian? They're going to say no. So that's not going to convince me.
It has nothing to do. Whether or not there's a curve there is an objective fact or not an opinion. There's no opinion on whether or not there's a curve there.
No. Hang on, slow down. All your peoples believe in the globe's spherical, heliocentric, geocentric model. The same one my Muslim brothers and sisters believe in the Quran and Muhammad, peace be upon him. So if I ask them, do you see a Christian when you look at this, or would you be? They're going to say no. They're going to say they're not going to. They're going to. What I'm saying is the majority doesn't make it so.
Okay, facts. Listen, if you deny that there's a curve here, it's not a good look for you. There's a curve, and there isn't any rational way for a rational human to say nope, it's not a curve. There's a curve.
All right. Can I tell you what I see? Can I say what I see? All right, I see the two green lines. Between the two green lines that are going upwards, vertical, I think that is, right? There's a straight bit between the two green lines. And then after the green line to the right and after the green line to the left, there's a tiny little curve.
Okay, so you do see a curve. Okay.
Correct.
So that line that you see is the amount of curve that the globe predicts at 46,000 feet. It's not much, but it is non-zero.
Okay,
it's more than, it doesn't predict a straight line at 46,000 feet. It predicts some curve.
Okay. So can we go back to what I originally said? And it's a sphere, the same as a basketball, tennis ball, cricket ball, any type of ball. And can you tell me the amount of curvature we're meant to be looking at? And then we can go up to 46,000 feet. And can you also tell me how wide this is? And so what we're looking at, the whole picture from left to right, how wide is that? How much of the Earth are we looking at? 1,000 miles, 5,000, 10,000?
How's your math? I mean, I could go through the math. If you're really good at math, I'd go through it with you. Are you really good at math?
Well, I've got a calculator. It's not really need to be good at math. I'm looking at a picture. I want to know what I'm looking at. How much of the Earth am I looking at? If we've got a sphere, so if we've got a round thing like that, right, and we're trying to find the curve, and you're saying we're looking at a picture, how much of this picture, what are we looking at on this? Or like how, let's do the predictions first of how much curvature there is on a sphere.
Yeah, it's
go
literally
up to 46,000 feet.
The prediction is literally on screen.
Can you help me, brother? Because I'm not. I don't know how to enlarge it.
So, I mean, what do you want?
Right. Let's start again. We've got a sphere. Doesn't matter what it is, whether it's a basketball, baseball, or Earth. There's a calculation that tells you what the curvature is. Yeah. How much curvature there is in the sphere.
Yeah.
Right. So can we start with that, please? Sorry to be a pest and a pain.
Now, when you say how much curvature, what do you mean? Right. So I didn't really get a good answer from you, because my answer is going to be tailored based on how much math you want to talk about. Right. Do you want to get into the algebra?
Let's start again. No, let's start again. How big is the sphere we're dealing with? How big is this?
The radius is 6,371 kilometers.
6,371 kilometers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, right. That's, what did you say that was? The radius.
That's the radius. Yeah.
Okay. So, wherever we are on that sphere, left, up, down, left or right, how much does it dip down per mile per kilometer, whatever you want to do it in.
In 111 kilometers, it dips down by 1 degree. It curves down by 1 degree. So if you stand on the water if you stand on the water,
hang on. Whoa. 1,100 is 1,100 kilometers.
no,
per,
111.
Not 1,100.
No, 111 kilometers.
Okay, so my mistake. 111 km.
Yeah.
Per
1 degree.
1 degree.
Yeah, that's the amount of
right.
curve.
So it doesn't matter what direction we go in. Can we just, for my sake, call it 100 km is 1 degree down, or like in any direction, left, right, forward, back, we're going to get 1 degree.
Yeah.
That's what you just said, right?
Yeah.
Of curvature.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Now this picture we're looking at on the screen, from the very left of it to the furthest right of it, how far is that?
That is, I think it's 422 kilometers.
Okay. 422 km from left to right. That's from left to right, the whole screen. That's what we see.
Yep.
Okay, so that should be 4 degrees curvature in any direction you go if it's 100 km per 1 degree. So we should, how can we have gone from kilometers to degrees? Okay, so it dips down 4 degrees, right? So if you had a straight line and measured the straight line and the curvature like that,
left to right, yeah.
Anyway, no. Like if that's the globe, and we put the line there, and we put an arrow there, and it's 4 degrees because we've gone 400 kilometers. How much is that in distance from if it was a straight line?
So we were talking left to right, and now you're drawing it front to back. You've changed the orientation.
It doesn't matter whether you go left, right, front, or back. It's all the same.
No, it's different.
It's a sphere.
Yeah,
no, it's not. It's a sphere.
The view from where you are to the edge is a different amount than the left to right view. The left to right view is completely dependent on how wide your camera is. If you have a camera that's got a very just a second, you need to listen to this. If your camera has a very narrow angle of view, then how wide that is different than if you have a super wide angle of view. That's all going to be very different. But your distance from where you are to the edge of the horizon is different.
Right, sorry, can you repeat that? Camera has a narrow angle view,
yeah,
or a wide angle view.
Yeah.
Okay. You just said to me it's 422 km from that image you just showed me.
Left to right.
From the whole image from left to right.
Yeah.
So in the center, all right, I'm sorry, I stand corrected. So in the center, we'd split that and it would be I don't want to get my mouse just fell on the floor. It would be 200 kilometers. So it'd be 2 degrees from whatever direction you go in.
No.
Is that right?
Nope.
How's that not right?
The distance from the observer to the horizon is different than the left to right amount.
No, we haven't got there yet. We're just talking about.
Yeah, but you tried to go there. You tried to jump there.
No, I'm not. I'm saying we're still on the sphere. We haven't got up to the 46,000 feet yet. You've said it's 603.71 km radius, 1100 km per Oh, sorry, at 111 km per degree. So, and you said that image we was looking at from left to right is 422. So if you're standing in the middle of that image you showed me, it doesn't matter which way you go, forward, backwards, left or right, every 200 km you go, it's going to drop 2 degrees. Are we on the same page?
No.
Okay. Why not?
It's math isn't your thing, right? I don't want to press this. Math isn't your thing though. So you're asking a question that requires it requires more understanding of math than I think you have.
Well, let's just if you're a brother, I'm a brother. Let's don't be a bully.
I'm trying to not be a bully. My point is, I don't think you quite have the prerequisites for this.
Well, let's try it. Let's run it. Let's see if you can be a gentleman and show what I ask, some honor and valor, and help a brother, and just show and we go through it. Like, so far, so
how about
good.
This?
We've got.
Why don't you jump to your final question instead of trying to lead through something? How about that?
No. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're going to go through it. And if we don't get through it all in this session, we can book another session and we'll just keep going until we get an answer.
Okay.
Right. So we agree the radius of the Earth is 6371 km radius.
Yeah.
It's 111 km every 1 degree. The image you showed on the screen, you said was 422 km left to right. Wide screen, you said. So you said, right. So then I said, if you're standing in the middle of this sphere and you go, because you said like the image of what you've showed us, it doesn't matter where you are on the sphere, it's 422K left to right widescreen. That would make, if whatever way you went, left or right, forward or back, in the middle of 422 is 211. So that would be 2 degrees. Am I correct or incorrect?
The left to right is what is the number we've given so far, and
no, but there is no left to right on a sphere. There's left, right, forwards, back.
There's left to right in this picture. There's left to right in the picture you're looking at, isn't there? No. A sphere's a sphere. There's no we're not there yet. Let's not over egg the pudding. Let's just calm down. Left to right, forward to back. You give the calculations so far. I'm with it. 2 degrees from this picture in the middle of these 2 green lines that you show, where there's a green dot, which more or less looks like the middle. So from that green dot in the middle with the like Top Gun thing that you'd shoot or Star Wars, shout out to Star Wars. I'm also a fan too. Like the X-Wing fighter thing, and you've got that thing above the green dot. From that green dot, if you went 211 km forwards, backwards, left or right, you'd get 2 degrees in whichever way you went. Is that correct or incorrect? No.
What do you mean no? No what? No, it's not Christmas. No, it's not Easter. No, what are we doing it to? Come on. You've given me the equations. I'm trying to keep it simple because I don't understand much.
Yeah. All right.
You can't just say no. I don't.
I don't.
Go on, then. You got the floor.
The distance from the observer to the horizon.
No, we're not at the observer yet. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. We're just
you just said to me to go on. You just said to me go on to explain it to you. Right. And I started and I didn't finish one sentence and you jumped in.
Yeah, but in reference to what we're talking about.
I cannot explain it to you if you refuse to let me explain it to you. It's pointless to try. If I get in the middle of my first sentence interrupted.
Of words. I'll mute up.
All right.
I'll mute up.
I've explained to you the left to right, and then you changed it from observer to the edge. front to back. You change it from front to back. And I'm just trying to explain that there's a difference between the front to back and the left to right. The front to back does not matter, does not change based on how wide the camera view is. The left to right does. I don't hear you if you're saying anything.
All right, you got the floor, but like,
Okay.
why are you?
So let's
Can you
back
just
up.
explain
Let's back
it really
up here.
simply.
Yeah.
Can you
Yes, I
just
can.
explain it really simply?
I can explain it really simply.
Please.
All right. Really simply, if the Earth is a sphere, then at high elevation, there must be a left to right curve. If the Earth is flat, who the hell knows? Because no flat earther can explain the prediction for flat Earth. Some say that you'd see the edge of the disk. Some say that magically, for no reason, you would still see a circle. Who knows why? Some say that you would see the circle of light caused by the sun. None of those are predictable, but none of them match this, because this is a left to right curve, but the sun is on the other side of the curve there. Okay, go ahead.
Right, hang on a sec. We're not talking about sun. We're not talking about flat or Earth. We're talking about a sphere and the mathematics to find the radius of a sphere. That's what I asked you to help me with, and we was doing it, and we got the radius of the sphere, whether you want to call it Earth, a basketball, or cricket ball, whatever. Then we got to your shot of the picture. Then we broke it down. But then now you're going off topic. You want to talk about sun and discs, and like, can you just help me understand, if it's a sphere and there's a mathematical equation to measure the curvature, can we go through that, then look at this picture to see if it marries up, please?
I already did, and you did not want to talk about it. This is the results of the math. I'm not going to go over the math with you. Okay? Unless you feel like you're really strong in math, and I think you don't, right? That's fine. It's not, I'm not faulting you for not being strong in math. Not everybody is. But what we're seeing here is the mathematical prediction of the globe at 46,000 feet.
Slow down. You haven't made a prediction. You haven't told me shit. You've just said, I don't understand maths. I've asked you to be a gentleman, a brother, show honour and valour, and help me in what I don't understand, and explain a sphere. Forget about the Earth. Forget about the globe. Forget about flat Earth. A sphere has a radius. It has a curve. Can we just do that bit first, and we'll get on to all the other stuff?
Sure.
Tonight, tomorrow, the day after. When is, please.
Okay, all right.
Just keep it simple for me.
Well, do you want me to go over the math, or do you want me to keep it simple? I cannot do both.
A sphere has a radius, yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. You're claiming the Earth's a globe, which is a sphere. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. So you said, so far, so good. 2371 km is the radius of the sphere. Forget what sphere it is. Then you said it's 1 km per 1 degree. Then you showed me an image that you said was 422 km left to right widescreen. So I put myself, which is the image on the screen now, under the Star Wars X-Wing fighter thing, the little green dot. Whichever way you go, it doesn't really matter what way. You can call it whatever you want. You can left, backwards, right, whichever way you go from that dot, forwards, backwards, to the left, to the right, okie dokie, do the can. It drops 2 degrees. Is that correct or incorrect?
From the center to the left, and
Bearing
from
in
the
mind,
center.
you just told me the fucking maths.
I didn't even finish one sentence, dude. I let you talk, and then you didn't let me finish. You asked me to be nice to you. You asked me to be nice to you, and you're being rude to me. You're constantly interrupting me.
I said, yeah,
be a man. Have some valor.
You're triggering me.
Have some valor and stop interrupting me.
All right, cool. I'll mute up. But can you just stick to the thing and stop going off about sunspots and the globe and the disc? Can we just stick to the sphere and the mathematics, and then we can marry it up to this prediction you've put on the screen? Please, brother.
I don't think you do not want to talk about that topic.
Well, I haven't come here for a shit shower and shave, mate. This is what I'm here to talk about.
Okay, well, I've given you the prediction based on the globe. And you want me to go over it, but you want me to go over it simply. I can't do that. It involves a lot of math.
No, I'm not talking about the globe. I'm talking about a sphere that so far you've given me the measurements from. I've calmed down a bit. I do apologise for swearing, McToon. You're just being awkward, in my opinion. You won't answer my question. You told me the radius of this sphere. Forget what the sphere is. It could be Jupiter. It could be Mars. It could be a planet we haven't discovered yet. Whatever. Just, it's a sphere with 6371 km radius that you said. Then you said it's 111 km per degree when you go whatever direction. Yes. Yeah. And then you said the image you showed me is 422 km left to right widescreen. So I said where that green dot is under the X-Wing fighter thing of the Star Wars, that green dot, split that in half. Whatever way you go, left, a little bit right, right, a little bit left, backwards, a little bit forwards, it's going to drop 2 degrees every 200, in that image. So what? Yeah, that's what I'm like.
222 miles is going to curve 2 degrees. Okay.
Kilometers, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Right. Okay. Let me write that down. Sorry. Right. So
you already wrote it, but you already wrote it down in 111 kilometers is 1 degree. So 222 kilometers is 2 degrees.
Yeah, I agree. Cool. So 2 degrees, right? 2 degrees of 360 degrees, I presume, if it's a globe, yeah?
Well, that's how many degrees are in a circle. Right?
Okay, how many degrees are in a globe? A sphere, I mean, sorry.
360 in 2 directions. It's a three-dimensional object.
So basically 2 circles. Well, they're just circles, aren't they? They're just still circles, but they're going like
it's a three-dimensional object. Like yeah, so it has 2.
Yeah.
2 angles.
Craig helps me with this. Yeah. Shout out to Craig for helping me with this, man. Craig helped me understand this a little bit. Shout out to Craig, man. Okay. So if you bring that image back up and we can try and get yeah, there it is. Right. So you just said for every 200 km, give or take, is 2 degrees from whatever direction we go from that green dot there, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah. So what if we, right, that's what I go back to my thing. So if we're here or whatever, and like wherever we are, but I'm going to do it at the top to make it easier. Just pretend we're standing on the top, and we go 200 km out of 360, and we've got a little thing like that. Like, what is that distance there in kilometers, please?
Which distance again?
From the 200 kilometers you go out, from the end of the 200 kilometers, so you stop at 200 kilometers, which is the image you showed. So from the green dot, we go, so we just go left, or let's go forward. We go forward to where the sun is, or that orange line or pink line or red line, and we stop. 200 kilometers, which you're all right. Well, so you're saying, hang on a sec, you said widescreen left to right. So how far is this image forward then? How far is this image showing us forwards in kilometers?
From the observer to the edge of the Earth there?
Well, from wherever it was taken from.
Yeah, the observer.
Because we're going to need to know that to get to
the observer.
No, well, fucking hell, man.
From where the picture is taken from, right? That's what you want to know? Now, the green dot is not where the observer is or where the camera is.
Agreed. But
Okay.
it doesn't matter though, does it? Because if we've got the math from that green dot, if we got the circumference, which you said was 6371,
that's the radius.
And every 111, the radius.
Yeah. Circumference is about 40,000 kilometers.
Oh my God. See, can't we just make this simple? Why have we got to make this difficult?
This
Why
is
can't
simple.
we just fucking...
This is
no, it
simple.
isn't. No.
Dude,
No.
I teach, I homeschool my children. I'm their math teacher. This is what we cover in middle school.
Right, happy days.
Like
Shout out to the middle school.
when they're 12, 13 years
Shut
old.
up.
This is what we cover.
Good looking. Okay, what would actually be simpler is if we stuck to one measurement, kilometers. I get the radius, I get that bit because that's what's happening. It's going down. I can accept that. So from that green dot in the middle of the image, right? If we've got the circumference of it and we've agreed that every 1,101 kilometers you go forward, it dips down 1 degree. Forget the observer, forget everything else. That green dot, which is on the sphere, boots on the ground on the sphere, we go forward 11 km, it dips 1 degree. We go another 11 km, it dips 2 degrees. Now we're at the end of your image, so your image doesn't show any further. So if we put a straight line from that dot, because it's curving down, so if we put a straight line and it's curving like that down 1 degree, 2 degrees, what is the measurement between my finger and the pen? The top of the black pen that's just landed on my finger, and that's the curve of the earth. If I bring that other finger out of it, and that's the curve of the earth, what's that measurement between my fingers that are bending, like the sphere, and the pen?
You want what I'm saying? You want the linear drop from a horizontal tangent?
Yeah, if that's what it's called, please, yeah.
We can do that. It's not a useful thing for anything that you're going to want to do, just so you know.
Well, let me be the judge of that, please.
All right. How high is the observer above the ground?
No, we're boots on the ground. It's irrelevant. We're just going forwards. So if you're 1 km.
If your boots are on the ground, then your eyes are higher than the ground. How high is the observer?
It's irrelevant. You just gave me the radius of the...
It's 100% relevant. Because if you're about to bring up a picture, then we have to include the observer height in the picture, right?
No, right. Will you tell me that you showed me the image? Is that green dot on the boots on the ground? Is that green dot on that sphere? But look beneath the Star Wars X-wing fighter.
Yeah, the dot is hovering up above the ground there. It's not on the ground at all. It's on the HUD.
Okay.
So yeah, so this is in an airplane, and the airplane has a HUD, heads-up display, and that's just a on the HUD so that the pilot can use that for orientation and for things to help fly the plane.
Right, well, we're not flying planes. We're talking about the curvature of a sphere.
Yeah.
So let's pretend we've got boots on the ground on the sphere. We go 1 km. and then another 1 km, and we come to the end of your image, left or right. And you said it's going to dip down 2 degrees.
Yeah, approximately. Yeah,
You just said that.
So yeah. What are you getting at though? Where are we going with this? You're trying to drive this. You're trying to drive this somewhere. Why don't you just skip up to the end?
Because we don't do that round here. We don't do that round here. We keep it simple. We try and break it down and help each other understand what's really going on. So if someone's standing on the ground and they go 220 km left and right, because that's this image you've got on the screen, not forwards, not backwards, because you told me it's 422 km left to right widescreen. So we've agreed it drops 2 degrees. If I hold my pen, so the person standing on the sphere like that, right? And the sphere's dipping down and the pen's like that. See, it's fucking not easy to, I need a, yeah, here we go. Here we go. Sorry about the crudity, people. Right, here's the sphere. Here's the pen. Right. Sorry, it's these cameras. I'm not used to them. Right. So see that distance, right? So see that angle there, yeah? See this angle?
Yeah.
See this angle between the pen and the bread roll, yeah? Here.
That's a linear distance. It's not an angle. Okay.
Yeah, forget all that for the minute. Forget all that. See this? See, it's a sphere, isn't it? And this roll's a sphere.
Okay.
It's a fucking more or less a sphere, give or take. Yeah. So we'll bring that back into the picture. Right. See that angle between the pen there, and obviously as it goes closer in here, right? There's your 2 degrees. Yeah. What's the distance between the ground of the sphere and the pen?
For what distance? 222 kilometers?
2, correct, because that's the size of the image you showed. We can go
3,000.
It's simple, like
yeah. I'll give you the answer. 3,866 meters.
Three thousands
866 meters.
3,866 meters.
Yeah.
Right. So you're telling me that on that sphere, if you turn yourself left like that, and you're looking left, and you look 211 km, you're going to see a dip of 3,866 meters.
You don't see dip, though. That's the problem.
Of course you do.
That's the challenge. You can't see dip. But okay,
of course
fine.
You do.
Fine. Go with that.
Well, if you go to escape,
then what? Then what do you?
All right.
Now what are you going to do with that information? What are you going to do with that?
What am I going to do with that information?
Yeah.
Right.
Now
I'm going to work out, right, in 211 km. So can't we convert meters to km, or can't we convert km to meters? So we're just working with one.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Or
3,000. Yeah, 3,866 meters is how many kilometers?
Oh, come on, brother. Excuse me, brother McToon. You've got to help school me to the game, brother. I ain't that guy, man.
Dude, if you can't convert meters to kilometers.
I can do it. I suppose I can, but it might take me like the best part of 20 minutes, unless you just want to help me. And
you move the decimal point.
Not being lazy. I'll do it if you want.
I'll tell you how to do it. Move the decimal point 3.
Okay, we'll do it together. Let's do it together. What do you want me to do?
All right, I'll show you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
This is trouble for you. All right.
I know, like I'm hard. Not. It's just if I just get it clear in my mind, then like if you see this way, like it will make more sense to me because like we'll get to what I really want to say, but if there's no point me saying it if I don't know what I'm saying or what we're working with. I can't give you the answer to the mathematical question or formula if I don't have all the components to it.
Okay.
I need to know, we get it all to meters or kilometers, whichever one you think's best.
All right. You see,
round it up.
You see my paper?
I'm not going to nitpick.
Do you see my paper?
Yeah, brother. Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Sort of, yeah. Do you want me to write? I'll write it down too.
Okay, you got that?
Glasses on for this one. I might have to put my glasses on for this one because I can't see that good. Oh yeah, I can see it now. Yeah. 3866 meters. Yeah.
Okay, now there's a decimal point. You see that decimal point there? Right there. You see that?
Yeah.
Okay. In order to convert meters to kilometers, you move the decimal point 3 spots. 1, 2, 3. You see where that comma is? Now the decimal point has moved up to there.
So it'd be 3.6 km.
3.866.
Oh, sorry. Yes, 3.8. Oops. Let me do it. 3.866 km.
Yep. So here's how you do it. You move.
Okay, well that's pretty cool then, man. Thank you, man. I learned something. Thank you very much, man. Real talk. Thank you so much for that. That's cool. Okay. So we're saying over 211. Take these glasses for a minute. Over 211 kilometers, we're going to see 3 kilometers dropping away from us. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
If we were laying on the ground like that, if we was like, if we was on the bread roll, if the bread roll's there, and we was on top of the bread roll, and we was laying right down, we're going to see 3 kilometers as in 200 as we go away from it. Oops. Oh, fucking thing. As we got this bit here, as we go away from it, as we go 200 to. Fucking, I'm not used to these cameras, man. It's all reverse and double Dutch. They don't. Anyway, you can see what I'm saying. As you go 200 kilometers way the nib of the pen is facing, and the dip of the roll goes down like that, we're going to have 3 kilometers of curvature if you're on ground level. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yep.
Yes.
So if you have something, if you have now, this of course presumes that there's no air on the Earth, but we could get to that later if we need to. But so if there's something that presumes that there's no air, because air will affect what you see.
No what?
But air. A.
Sorry. Whoa.
I. R. The stuff you breathe. The stuff you breathe. Air.
What? So air changes physical molecules now, does it?
Air bends light.
Air changes the shape of spheres now, does it? Is that what we're doing here?
No, air bends light.
Right, so air doesn't change the shape of molecules then? It doesn't change the shape of the sphere?
No, but
yes or no?
It bends light.
Right.
Yeah, it bends light.
Do you want to retract that statement quickly then? Do you want to retract that statement quickly? Because the spheres, the bread roll's a motherfucking bread roll. A bit of air ain't going to change the shape of this bread roll. The same way ain't going to change the shape of a basketball, tennis ball, sphere.
I thought you were going to have some valor. I thought you were going to be a gentleman. I didn't say that. Yeah. Why are you putting words in my mouth? That's kind of rude.
Because you was going to go off on one of your lies, McToon. You was going to start. I know where you was going to go with it, but it's not physically going to change the shape of the object.
It wasn't my claim.
Yes or no?
That's not my claim. Air bends light.
Before you went there.
All right, here. I'll write it down.
Yeah, we're not there yet. Forget about all that.
I'll write it down for you.
Forget about all that, please. Yeah, please forget about all that. So, how long is 3 kilometers in miles? Let me look on my phone. I'm sure my phone will tell. Unless I'm well excited, man. I love this, man. Right.
There you go.
Not calculator. What would it be called? Translator or something. I could ask my assistant. Let me do that. Craig loves that. Where's Lucy when we need the Lucy? What is 3 kilometers in
According
miles?
to IMDb,
What?
Where is Lucy? Is a Christmas story of a young girl searching for the truth.
Oh,
Tormented by her thoughts, not knowing what they mean, the more she understands, the more scared she becomes.
oh
Wow,
dear, Craig.
that's
We'll talk
great.
about this later, Craig. Yeah, well, Craig choked. What is 3 kilometers in miles, assistant?
According to Byju's, so 3 kilometers equals 3 times 0.621371119 equals 1.864111357 miles.
All right, we might as well call it 2 miles, give or take, yeah? So every 200 kilometers, let me ask how much kilometers is in miles. Oh, I love this. How much is 200 kilometers in miles, please?
200 kilometers is equivalent to 124.274 miles. To convert from kilometers to miles,
Yeah. That's a long way, McToon. That's a bloody long way. 124 miles. So the longest camera can see 250 miles, allegedly. So, but that's still quite a big drop. 2 miles.
There we go. Okay. All right.
2 miles.
Yeah. All right. What are we doing now? What's the
All right,
path
then,
you're trying
can
to go down here?
I want to. All right. So if it was 100 miles, it would be 1 mile. If it was 50 miles, it would be half a mile.
No, it's
if
not.
It was 25
it's
miles.
not linear. It's
Sorry?
not a linear relationship.
We're just talking about a sphere. We don't.
Yep, exactly. Since we're talking about a sphere, it's not linear. You can't just divide by 2 on both sides. It doesn't work that way.
Well, how did we get to the curvature? How did they measure the curvature then? They must have measured it in a linear fashion.
Nope.
You
can't measure a non-straight line in a straight line fashion. It's a curve. It's not straight.
Right, but hang on a sec. Didn't you and Craig claim the other day that a flat line is a curve?
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, fair enough. You weren't there, so that's fair enough. All right, look. Like, I just don't see why this has to be so difficult. We've got a bread roll. Something physical in front of us. We can hold the pen out. We can see the angle. We've just agreed 200 km, or like. I should have wrote that down. Fuck it, I should have wrote that down.
Wrote what down?
Getting excited again. The conversion from kilometers for. Sorry. All right. So 200 km left to right on your image is 3.86 kilometers, which is 1.86 miles, which is 2 miles in this bit. This is what they're saying. This is what I think they're saying. That this bit here, the curvature here, between the pen and the curvature is a 2 mile drop, or sorry, a 3.86 km drop every 200 kilometers you go anyway on this sphere. Anyway. That's quite a lot, McToon. Would you agree?
Certainly.
Forget about light, forget about this, forget about that. We're just talking about a sphere and the mathematics, and we'll get to all that when we get to all that, if that's okay, please.
Okay.
Is that correct?
All right,
yes or no?
Where are we going next?
We're not going anywhere next. We're staying right where we are.
Okay.
Is the curvature here and this pen between it, the distance, the drop of the curvature, as you go forward on this pen, 200 km, you get a 3.86 km drop.
Okay. Yeah.
Right, so we agree on that.
Okay.
Okay. Right, so I'm just saying
We came to that like
right,
5 minutes ago. So now what?
Right. So now what? So if you're claiming that what we live on is a globe, right? And am I correct in saying that, or a sphere? You believe we live on a spheroid, opaque globe, or for want of a better word, a sphere globe?
Yeah. Close enough. It
Right.
approximates a sphere.
No. Do we live on a sphere or not? With a radius of
we live on a
radius of 3.8.
Yeah,
with a radius of 6371 km radius of the sphere of the this thing we live on, according to your model.
Yeah, it's an oblate spheroid if you're going to get particular, but it's close enough to a sphere that we can approximate it for most uses.
Okay, we'll stay away from the swollen bits wherever they are in the opaque thing, as that Neil dude says, deGrasse Tyson, we'll stay on the bits that aren't bulging or whatever, that are still bread roll and still sphered up, like still got that, still show the curve, still got that curved bit there, yeah. All right, it might be bulging in the middle, yeah, but we'll just stay up this bit here for the minute, right? Then, right. So then, right, let me get my pen out. Then, if we go forwards on this sphere, 200 km, we see a drop of. Do you want to help me out? Is it 3.8 km? 3.8 km. Every 200 km we go forwards, we see a drop of 3.8 km.
Okay.
On this sphere, yeah, we just agreed that.
That was 10 minutes ago. Yep.
Cool. Right. So, right, let's take all this flat Earth stuff. Then let's get into it a little bit now. Let's take some of the flat earthers that say they can see an island 70 miles away.
Okay.
Okay. Right, and you're saying on the sphere, on this bread roll, you're saying it should be hidden because it goes down 3.8 km every 200 kilometers. Oh, I wish we'd just done it in miles, man. But anyway, we're doing kilometers for your audience, yeah. So right.
You're the one.
Right.
I'm the one that lives in an imperial units country. You're the one that lives in a metric country.
Yeah,
right?
I could make a Pulp Fiction joke, but I hate all that. I hate Quentin Tarantino. He's a little racist shitbag.
I don't know why that has anything to do with it. The point is, you live in a country that uses a metric system. I don't. Yet I'm using the metric system, and you're not.
Let's just, all is forgiven. Let's go and have a Royale with cheese and go to France and forget all about it. But I'm only joking. All right. So look, what I'm saying is the flat earthers claim that on the bread roll, the sphere, the Earth, as you want to call it, right, on a bread roll, right, you're saying that the buildings should be hidden because every 200 km it goes down 3.8 kilometers, which is, I can ask the assistant, but I remember it's 1.8 miles, 2 miles, yeah. So it should be a fucking 2 mile drop over 200 km. Which I could ask them how much that is in miles, but right, don't want to confuse anyone. But let's just say there's a big drop, and so the flat earthers are really correct by saying that they can still see the buildings, and you're saying on your model you shouldn't be able to see them.
No, I'm not.
Am I right or wrong?
Nope, you're wrong.
No.
The most important thing that flat earthers intentionally ignore is this.
No, we're not going to do this. We're not going to do this. We're not going to do this. We're sticking with the sphere for the minute. We are going to get to it. We are going to get to refraction and all your cool stuff, and you can school me to all that, brother. At the minute, brother, we just want to stick with the physical, tangible evidence, which is the sphere, and it's 3 and every 200 km is 3.8 km a dip, right? And the flat earthers say, right? Sorry, tangible evidence says if we're on a sphere, fuck it, just get the bread roll, man. The bread roll's much cooler. On the bread roll, to keep it rolling. On the bread roll, we got this curve, yeah, which you say is the globe, right? And it says, you said 200 km this way, right? It's 3.8 km dip down. So can you now explain to me why on the flat Earth, the shout out to the flat earthers, why they can see buildings which they shouldn't be able to see because of the bread roll and the curve.
They never here. This is the absolute fact. Never has a flat earther ever brought an observation that contradicts the globe prediction. It's never happened. But if you think there is one, let's grab it right now and look at it, and we'll do the analysis.
I hate to use the fella's name, yeah, but shout out to Jerem, man. I don't know, man. Like, I'm worried about you, Jerem, man. I really am, man. I don't give a fuck about this, that, and the third. Anyway, Jerem claimed he went down to an island and it was 70 km away or 70 miles away or whatever it was away. And the island in your model shouldn't have been there. And on their model, it was there.
And
how would you refute and rebuke?
It's wrong because he did not accurately represent the globe. He did not use the actual. No, we're not. Did not use. This is very important because right here, flat earthers always do the math as if there's no air.
Yeah, but forget about the air. We're not on that right yet. We're not.
No. I'm not going to forget about air because if you're going to claim that air doesn't exist, then I'm going to have a problem with that because air does exist in reality, and you have to include it.
Of course, air exists. Right.
Oh, awesome. So you have to include. You have to include this. If you're talking about what you see.
Tangible evidence. We have to include tangible evidence, which we've just been through, which is a sphere has a radius. We've just agreed that we've just gone through it. That 200 km is a 3.8 km drop in the radius. So let's pull up something on Google Earth that's 200 km away and see if we can see it. So let's get Google Earth up if we can, please, brother. Can we pull up Google Earth?
I'm not going to hunt around in Google Earth for some random observation. If you have something, let's look at it.
Oh, you're going to do me dirty like this?
Dude, if you don't have anything in mind, I'm not going to spend my time hunting around on your behalf.
I've got a bread roll and a pen. But now who's not showing valor and honor?
You.
I know I was a bit rude to you. And I know
you are demanding that I do your work for you. I'm not doing your work for you.
Can I screen share then?
Yeah,
can I screen share? If you really want to.
Just a second.
Damn, so you won't help me out like that?
No, I won't. It's your claim, not mine.
No, it isn't. It's your claim. You're saying we can't see it. It's both of our claims, and we're going to find out who's right. What does it matter who screen shares, me or you?
Just a second.
Sake here, don't forget, brother.
All right, go ahead. You can share your screen.
You want me to screen?
Yeah.
Oh.
And for reference, I have a ultimate frisbee in an hour from now, so I have to leave within 45 minutes.
Of course, yeah, man. All right, well, don't worry. We can have a round 2, 3, 400 million. I ain't got no immediate plans for the future, other than to keep it 100% real. Always show shelf protection, hide desk and name. That's obviously not it. Gonna help me out, brother? Mattoon, please. desk one. I've never been on Zoom. I fuck with StreamYards. I'm a StreamYard lad.
Down in the center, there's a button with an up arrow that says share.
All I've got is your screen share and me at the top. So you might need to stop sharing your screen.
I have stopped sharing my screen.
Well, what's there a book and a pad? You don't want to just.
I can bring things up.
Right,
if you want, I'll be happy to bring it up.
Why don't we go?
But
no.
You were referencing something specific. I can bring up something specific.
No. I've got the floor. Why don't we bring up the Manhattan skyline then? How far's that observation? How far's Manhattan? Or
okay,
fuck it. If you want to do it from the UK to France, we can do it like that. But like, I'll just keep it for your viewers. The Manhattan skyline from that island where you says it's a mirage. Let's put that to bed. Let's put one thing to bed tonight, whether it be the globe win or the flat earth win. Let's put the Manhattan mirage to bed tonight, and let's pull that image up.
Do you mean
where
Chicago?
The flat earthers...
Do you mean Chicago?
Yeah. Appreciate that. Thank you, brother, man. Yeah.
All right, hold on.
From Chicago, which is Manhattan. They're not far from each other, are they?
They're very far.
Shout out to the Shy, anyway. Oh, okay. Anyway, well, where's McToon gone? What, McToon, are you still there?
I'm still here.
Hello. Pretty sure.
I don't know what's going on with the audio.
Work this out. If McToon's going to be like that.
Dude, yeah, you can hear. Okay.
Man.
He can't. I don't know why he can't hear me, though.
Skyline. Oh, he's fucking... And
All
Google ain't going to do me no favours if I type in flat earth.
All right. Can you hear me yet?
McToon, are you still there, or are you just going to not say anything?
Oh, my gosh. He's just not that bright.
Hello?
All right. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I had some audio. I had some audio problems. People can see your screen now. And
yeah.
and
I'm going to try and share it, but I do... You still there?
I'm still here.
Okay. I deleted all my YouTube, so on because you said there was feedback. You can't just pull it up, McToon, or like. So I don't really. know what I'm looking for. You could find, you've probably got it on one of your own videos, like Manhattan Skyline Mirage debunking it, I'd imagine. Can't you pull that up quickly?
Yep, just a second.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, because I'm just going to mess it up and end up cutting myself off. Or
all right, you you want to
stop?
Yeah, stop your share.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
And all right, I'll share my screen so you can see it.
You do know this is over for the globe people right now. I don't see how you're going to wriggle out of this one.
You haven't understood anything yet. All right. All right. Is this the one you're talking about? Is this yes. What you're talking about? The name of that town is Chicago.
Yes.
Okay. Now, number one.
Shout out to the Shy anyway. Shout out to the Shy. I always wanted to say that. Sorry.
Number one. For flat Earth, the bottom is missing.
Yeah.
So right away we falsified flat Earth. The Earth cannot be flat because Skyline Drive is completely underwater, and it's somewhere between 20 and 30 stories are underwater.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Where? Right. That's what we're looking at. Chicago, you say, yeah?
Yeah. All right. Now here's the analysis of where that photo was taken. Flat earthers almost universally get the position of the observer wrong. He was up on top of this dune here at a height of, let's see, above the water. He is a couple hundred feet above the water. Okay. So that's universally ignored by flat earthers. Further, the distance. Here's the distance here.
Sorry.
53.3 miles is the distance.
Which is in kilometers. In kilometers, please, so we can all stay on the same page.
I've done the analysis of this in miles. So if you want to convert on the fly, go ahead. 53.3 miles. This is all in miles and feet. That's what we have. All right. So I took that. So he's 180 feet above the water, and I plugged that into the Walter Bislin's Earth Curve calculator. So this is going to predict the amount of bottom-up obstruction for the globe, and this is predicting 301 feet. 301 feet.
53 miles is equal to 5.295 kilometers.
Sorry, mate. I'm listening. Go on.
All right. So the globe predicted hidden is 301 feet, approximately.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what?
We might as well just call it.
So we can go back to this. We go back to this, and we can say, well, that's about 30. That's about 30 stories. So is approximately 30 stories of these buildings blocked? And the answer is yes. Approximately 30 stories is blocked. So this completely matches the globe. So the thing that doesn't match is flat Earth, because what's causing the bottom of that to be blocked? There's nothing between the observer and Shoreline Drive. Nothing should stop you from seeing Shoreline Drive. Why can't you see Shoreline Drive?
Right. 85. It's 85 kilometers for what you just said in miles. It's 85 kilometers. So I'm rounding it up to 100, and I'm also, because it's 200k with the 3.8 kilometer radius, I'm round, and I'm going to halve that. So half of 200 is 100. Half of 3.8 is 1.5 plus 3 is 1. I'm going to round it up to 2 kilometers. A curvature we should see, yeah, from the shoreline.
No.
From the short, from wherever this photo is.
The photo is at 100, 180 feet above the water.
Forget about the photo for the minute, yeah?
Nope. I'm not going to forget about the photo. You brought up the photo. You wanted to talk about the photo. We've got the photo. We're talking about it.
Sorry. Thank you, Mattoon. I stand corrected. Forget about the elevation of the person taking the photo.
No, I never will do that. That would be a ridiculous thing to do because it drastically changes how much you see.
Okay, just for the minute.
Nope.
Just for the minute.
Nope, not for a minute. I won't ignore it for a minute. Not for 1 minute. Okay, right. That's not the right way to do it.
Right. I agree.
I'm not going to do it wrong. I'm going to only do it right.
No, I agree. I'm agreeing with you, brother Mattoon. I'm agreeing with you. I don't want to fall out over this. I'm not. We ever have to. Like, what I'm saying is, 85 kilometers, or rounded up to 100, is 2 kilometers radius. Yeah. If you was an ant on the beach, yeah, or wherever this.
No, that's the wrong math. You've done a linear interpolation instead of actually applying the correct formula.
Can you go back to that Google Earth you just showed of this Manhattan thing or Chicago thing, please, and where that you said the guy was standing at elevator.
There you go.
This right here, right. This happy days. Right, not the first yellow marker that's way back from the waterline. The first yellow marker, yeah. We just go from there, okay?
Why would we do that? The photo isn't taken from there.
No, because we're just gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that, right? Is there any way you can actually bring it up so we can look over? So from there we go. Yeah, go left. Keep going left. Keep going left. Keep going. Keep going.
There you go. That's all the way to the left of this. That's it.
Oh,
do you want to see this?
Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Mattoon. I appreciate that. Thank you. Right. So from one yellow marker to the other yellow marker, there should be, according to your model, there should be, like, rounded up, give or take, 85 kilometers forwards. There should be a 1.8 kilometer dip.
Nope.
That's what we agreed on.
Nope, that is not what we agreed on. That is your incorrect interpolation of the dip. That's the wrong math. You're doing a linear interpolation. This is not linear.
Mattoon, we just agreed on the bread roll. Not fuck it. We've just been talking about this for the last 10 minutes. We've just agreed that there's between here and here. There's a radius, yeah. Look, there's a dip. The radius there, you can see it going down, right? Radius, yeah.
Yeah.
So 200 kilometers forward on this pen, there's a 1.8 kilometer dip, yeah. So if we're standing at this yellow peg, at one of these yellow pegs, if you go forward, it doesn't matter which side you want to go from, this side or that side. Forget whatever, right? It should be 1.8 km below the ground.
Nope.
I get it. I know what you're going to say.
That's not right.
So what have we just been doing for the last 20 minutes then? Is this maths incorrect then that we've just done?
Your math is incorrect. Yeah, your math is incorrect.
No, but it's your math. You're the one that told
me. No. That is
oh.
Not what I told you. I told you when you first did it that it was wrong, and you keep insisting on doing it wrong. Stop insisting on doing it wrong. Do you believe that I understand the math better than you, or do you think you understand the math better than me?
You understand the Mattoon. You know you understand.
Okay, so unless you're going to get the math right, don't try to outmath me. Okay.
All right. Can we just run through it really quickly again? Did you tell me that the radius of this sphere is 6371 km radius? Did you say that? Yes or no? Did you also say that every 11111 km you move forwards, it's a 1 degree curvature?
You said 5 times. You said 11,110. No.
Oh, right, you know what I mean. 111 km.
111 kilometers is 1 degree of curve.
Perfect. So you're right. We were way past your image now. We're doing this one. So, we've just said this is 200. Sorry, 85 kilometers between this yellow marker and this yellow marker. Regardless of the height of the photo, the marker's pinned into the ground. The red line that they're pinned into that part. That's pinned into that part. That's 85 km. There should be a 2 kilometer drop. Yes or no?
No.
No. Forget about the photo. Forget about anything else. You just said that every 111 km you go forward, there's a. I wish I wasn't so scatty, man. There's a 1 point. It drives me mad, man. I could never do this. It's easy. There's a. Gonna help me out, McToon?
I'm working on it for you here. I'm gonna
1 degree. Cheers, mate. 1 degree. So every 111 km forwards, there's a 1 degree curvature. You just said that, correct?
That was 20 minutes ago.
All right. 20 minutes ago, you just said that, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So 85 kilometers is the distance you said between these two yellow markers. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. That's just a little bit under 111 km, give or take. Is that correct?
It's a good bit under. But
Okay,
but keep going. You're about to get it very wrong, but keep going.
Right. So 85 kilometers forward from 85 kilometers forward from this yellow marker to that yellow marker, there would be a degree of like 0.87 of a degree dip.
Okay.
You agree with that?
I didn't do the math, but let's say
Roughly,
let's
give or
say
take.
yeah, let's say roughly. Okay.
All right, roughly, which would translate into about 1.4 km from like measurement for if we had that and the bread roll, we had that and the where's the pen? Oh fuck's sake! If we have the pen and the bread roll and the gap like and that bit there, let's get the bread rolls nice and right. Sorry, oh, for fuck's sake, it's getting really silly now. So we go X amount forward from the yellow line to the yellow line, and we got 0.87 of a degree radius dip, which turns out to be 1.47 of a kilometer from the pen, measuring the radius to that. Is that correct? Yes or no?
Roughly. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I was doing some math for you. To help you understand.
Okay, so from the yellow pin to the yellow pin, right? So from whatever yellow pin you go to, doesn't matter which one, there's going to be 1.4 kilometers of a drop.
Nope.
Do you agree with that?
I completely disagree.
For what reason?
Because it's not linear. You're treating it as linear.
So how could you come up with degrees then? How can you come up? So all right then. So there's 0.87 of a degree drop, which we've just done the maths on the sphere. We've just been going through this 20 minutes ago and agreed that 200 kilometers has got a 3.8 kilometer drop every 2 degrees. So we're just going on a shorter distance than 200 kilometers.
Yeah, you're just you're just dividing in half. That's not the right way to do it.
But we've just gone through it.
Yeah, it's wrong.
You just said that's what. What's the right way to do it?
You're doing it wrong.
What's the right way to do it?
The right way to do it is
what's the right way to
yeah. All right. Let me I'll get it up for you here. So
why would you tell me the wrong way in the first place?
no,
Then?
I
Why would
told
you
I
say
told you the right way.
every-
I told you the right way, but then you're trying to interpolate, and you're doing it
Right.
linearly. So here's the formula.
No. Sorry, for the third time. No, before you show me all this stuff, for the third time, you told me that the radius of this sphere is 6371 km. Yes or no?
I'm not going over this again. Here's the formula. Number 6 is the formula you want for linear drop, for bottom-up obstruction. Okay. Do you see that? You asked how. You asked how. Here's the thing. You are doing the math wrong. This is the correct formula. It's on screen right now. That's the correct formula. You did not apply this formula. So when I say you're getting the wrong answer, it's because this is not what you did. You have to do. It's not optional. The way you're doing it is the wrong way. Okay? You agreed. I'm not trying to shame you on your math knowledge. I get that you don't have that depth. It's fine. You don't need to.
No, but you told me. You told me this. I didn't know any of this until you just told me it. So you're only making yourself look stupid because you told me the radius was 6371. You also told me that 111 km it drops 1 degree. And then you showed me a picture and we agreed that and then we've got to this. And so from 6371 km radius, every 111 kilometers it goes forward, there's a 1 degree dip. So 85 degrees going forward from that yellow pin to that yellow pin, there'd be 0.87 of a degree, which would translate into 1.3 kilometers. Forget about air, forget about refraction. What's going on here?
All right, here's the correct math. For an observer at 0 elevation. No, right here. Yep, that's what I did. Yep. I said I forgot about elevation. Elevation is 0. So here's what happens. Right here. Watch right here. Look at this. Look at this. Stop interrupting me.
It's 631. Do you know what?
All right, I'm gonna. Here's what I'm gonna do. Obviously, how you're an unwilling student.
No.
So what I'm gonna do is, because I have a hard deadline today, I'm going to read super chats and then move on. And if you want, we can reconvene later. And when I have more time, and I can explain the math to you in more detail, and we can work over an example.
No, all we need to do is get to tangible evidence, a sphere, which is you
All right.
claiming is a globe.
Vipe says,
All
right. Icy Spin says, Factzz, what's your best evidence for the globe? What's the best evidence of the globe? But what is the best evidence of the globe?
There's none.
I love the Chicago skyline, or the Manhattan skyline, as you said. FTFE says Tuesday night with Factzz.
Salute! Shout out to brother Craig, man. He's actually cool as fuck.
Stringer News One says
Craig's cool as fuck, man. Don't think of Craig anymore.
Stringer News One says Craig is smart.
The rest of the internet. I know Craig's smart. Craig's very cool.
All right. Let me finish what I'm saying.
Right, man.
Let me finish what I'm saying.
Sorry.
Stringer News One says Craig is smart. He makes things go. FTFE says, hi, Factzz. Is Scotland A, in England, its own country, B, its own country, or C, part of the United Kingdom?
Oh, shit. Can I phone a friend or ask the audience? Let me ask your audience.
I live
help me.
I live in not England, and I can tell the answer. I live in the country that kicked you guys out, and I can tell you the answer.
Hey, look, there's no shame in my game, McToon. I just want tangible evidence that roll with the facts.
Yeah,
That's it. I haven't got all the facts. I'm searching for them.
I did that already. Eclipse Chris says it's not curved because he cannot accept it.
No, Chris. Can I respond to Chris?
Nope.
We've just gone through it, Chris. What?
We don't have the time. Digital Demonic Davros says, how dare you call me rational? Very far from the mark. I can argue a bad point, but this is just ridicule at best.
I don't know what that means, but go on.
Well, I said let's be rational earlier. So, IC Spence is hoping MC Toon goes full FTFE.
Fight flat Earth with facts.
Too much Vimto says MC Toon, your patience in dealing with these flatties is truly commendable. Thank you. Hates Stairs says it's triangle time, innit? Solve for the hypotenuse of a right triangle with sides 3.4 and 5.7, Mr. Fax. Ooh, you want to do that?
Still doesn't change the fact that sphere's a sphere with a radius and has got a fucking drop.
Let's do that. Let's do it. Here we go. Sides 3.4.
Sorry about my language.
5.7. All right, let's get it up on screen.
You're not wriggling out of this one, McToon. I'm seeing you later on this evening.
All right. There we go. And all right, you see this? All right. What do we do? What do we do now? What do you do? What do we do to do this? Well, how do you get this side right here? How do you get this side? Sounded like you were to me. There you go. There we saw for one side. We could do the angles, but we could do it using do it using this if we wanted, but let's not. All right.
What the hell is that, McToon? That looks like some kind of torture implement.
No, this is a slide rule. This is a trigonometric slide rule, so you can do sine, cosine, tangent, arctangent with this.
You know what you do for a party trick?
I don't bring my trigonometric slide rule to parties as much of a party favorite as it is. I don't. PhD Tony says Fax needs to learn to just listen when he's being taught material. Him trying to learn and think at the same time is bad for the team. Yeah.
Well, no.
You learn best if you're not talking.
Sorry. All right. You got the floor. Sorry.
So, Vipe says, Fax, it would be better if you just try to listen to Toon. He's being honest. He's trying to explain this to you. Have some valor, mate.
All right, that's a fair comment. I've been a bit rude this evening. But anyway, you're correct.
Slithery says, beep boop. Ezra, the music guy, says, boots on the bread. What was that a roll? What kind of roll was that?
A party pack of 4. You can bring your slide rule. I'll bring my party pack of 4. From a shop in the UK called Tesco's. It's upside down.
Is it a scone?
They're breaded rolls. They're healthy, all-grain breaded rolls with seeds on them from a shop called Tesco's in the UK. If you
I've been to Tesco's.
see that.
Right,
don't show off.
I've been to England once. Yeah, I'm showing off. I've been to England once.
Well, look, next time if you're ever around this way, drop Craig right out because I love him to pieces, but he is a boring old git. I'll show you the other side of England that will make you, you'll really enjoy it.
Well, when I was there, I did not see Craig. That was before I met him.
All right.
And I went to the popular tourist destination of Feltham.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Randomly Epic says, I disagree, Toon. I can see the dip. He's in the bottom right-hand corner of my screen. Here, let me.
No, I'm only joking.
All right. Eclipse Chris says, can Fax ask his phone what shape the Earth is? That's a good one. Ask your phone.
All right. Well, in fact, I'm very concerned about what it said about, if I can find it, what it said about Craig's Lucy. I was very, very concerned. But don't worry, Craig. We'll talk on this. Right, hang on. I'm so impatient.
All right,
What
FDFE.
shape is the Earth, assistant?
The Earth is roughly a sphere.
There we go. We got it right. Serena's one says, ask the chatbot if eating rocks is a good idea.
No.
No? All right. Talk is cheap says, ask him if he scrutinizes flat Earth evidence the same way. It's the question to you on the Manhattan, Chicago observation is, why is there anything blocking the bottom? That's the question. Eclipse Chris says, light physically bends to make things appear higher. That's true. The Turtle Moves says, we're living on a bread roll now. I'll use that for the next one. I have a for the thumbnail for this, going off, you have a bird for your picture, for your avatar, for your YouTube channel. I'll use, and then so I had a bird eggs that had globes on them. I'll use a bread roll that's got a globe. Elite Cricket Coaching says, why are you asking Toon to explain fairly complicated math problem in a simple way? It's like asking him to teach you another language, but without using the other language. It's a good point. If you don't have, and it's not shaming, it's not saying anything wrong. People have different things they're good at. If you don't use math, you're not going to be good at math. Nobody's going to be good at math if you don't use it often. So it's not a problem to not understand the math, but I can't cover the math if you don't have that background, though, right?
No. I'm saying you can help me, and we've got come on, round two.
Sometimes you have to have a 3D understanding of things, and maybe this kind of glasses can help you have a better 3D understanding of things, right? This could help so that you can see things in 3D.
I've got my own glasses. They're not as cool as yours, but glasses is glasses.
Eclipse Chris says, yes, bring up globe with accurate distances. Well, that is something. The globe determines. Airline pilots use the globe all the time to know how much fuel to put in the plane. Serena's one says, by the same token, it's not a ball either. It's not really the right term. But Second Best Bob says, you mostly don't read my super chats. Yet I just read it. Second Best Bob. Earthly Skeptic says, do you know that the 8 in 8 inches per mile squared is exactly the conversion factor from mile to inch divided by 2r? Comes from a Taylor series approximation.
Sounds like 2 ratchet 304.
Should we go over Taylor series approximations next time?
once we've
I
got
haven't-
tangible evidence of a sphere, and
I haven't done Taylor series. I haven't done Taylor series expansions for a long time. Luke Filewalker says math. Not even once. Luke Filewalker again says everything is linear if you are Factzzzz enough. PhD Tony says if reality were simple enough for flats. I don't know if he means you or Flatzoid, because he wrote it like Flatzoid. If simple enough for flats to comprehend it, we would have no technology more advanced than the booger.
Flatzoid can be an annoying shit at times, but he's a pretty cool guy, man. Like he has his.
But you didn't have to say the second part. You could have just said the first part. Serena's One says he is a lot smarter than he pretends to be. Ooh. Serena's One is calling you out as faking it, that you know more. I don't know. Eclipse Chris says, ain't flat, brother, sunsets. Checkmate. Yeah, no flat earther can explain sunsets. Ever.
McToon, can I ask you a quick question just quickly? Why does none of the flat earthers come over here and support any of the flat earthers doing debates? And when you lot are doing debates with the flat earthers, all your crew are there in force and they got your back.
I don't know.
I don't know. The flat earth look shame. They're making the flat earth look like the best definition of flaky and dusty.
I don't know. FDFE says, we'll get their facts. Don't worry, bud. We got you. PC Sony says, this is not complicated. Measuring drop from a tangent is completely impractical, and there are better forms of evidence that Earth is a spheroid. Yeah, it's a very poor way to determine whether or not the Earth is any particular shape, because there are strong confounding variables, and if you don't account for them, then you get wildly inaccurate results. So then FDFE says, hold on, listen to this. This is weird. He says, Toon, it's scone like gone. You'll make my king mad.
Scone, do you want me to tell you what a scone is?
I know what
basically like.
I've made scones. I've made scones.
Oh, you show off.
But for some reason, he wants me to say it's scone. Weird. Does he think that I'm Paul Hollywood?
No, it is a scone in the UK. That's what they're called. That like in some parts of the UK,
I don't know.
Scone,
Paul Hollywood.
scone.
Paul Hollywood says scone, but Prue says scone, or the other way around.
Okay.
Right.
It's all good.
FDFE says unashamed shill for my premiere and then debate on matters now. Hey, if could people grab the link for those and drop it into the chat? I'd appreciate that. He's got a debate later. He's got a debate later tonight. Eclipse.
Oh, all right.
All right, last one here. Eclipse Chris says, ever seen France from South England? No. Why not? There's a curve. Yes. There's a curve in the way. That's why. Keep up the good work. Don't know how you kept sane tonight.
Whoa, McToon. If you go to my channel, I lived in a place called New Romney, Folkestone and Dover, and there's video footage on my channel of Dover and the mountains and the cliffs and the fucking buildings. You can see it as plain as day, 33 miles, allegedly, that magic number.
Definitely would be a good thing for you to bring up, including the observer's height. And we can have a look at it next time.
We're going to get into all that.
All right. Serena's One comes in with a last minute one, says scone like Saul Goodman.
I get it. That was pretty funny.
All right. Okay. I have an ultimate frisbee game to go do.
Talk about Star Wars for 2 minutes.
Okay.
Please, McToon, just talk about Star Wars for 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Okay.
Right. C-3PO, all golden, or did he have a silver leg? A silver left leg?
Just a second.
This is going to be beautiful.
My Lego one, it's got white. It's all white.
No, that's R2D2.
Oh, you C-3PO what?
C-3PO.
Yeah, he's all golden.
Not in this reality, according to Mr. Stavely. Shout out to the Dose of Reality, massive.
All right.
Anyway, sorry about that. Yeah, look, McToon, go and have a look. Go. I wish you'd had a C-3PO there. Why haven't you got a C-3PO there?
All right, so some of them have silver, yeah.
Yeah, mate.
But there's a couple that don't. Is that? I don't know if that's the right one. I'm a bit colorblind, so I don't remember colors very well.
McToon, I swear to you, I won't lie to you or Craig, man. What's the point? You catch me out in a heartbeat. It freaked me out. Anyway, but we'll talk about that maybe in the third or fourth time we chop it up. But like, anyway, let's talk about the real Star Wars, and let's say that Luke Skywalker was bloody lucky to turn off his guidance system and get a direct hit. Would you agree or disagree?
Yeah, that was very lucky. But
thank you. We agree.
I have to read. Somebody says he doesn't need it, but I'm gonna anyway. Ars McPherson, RC McPherson says, I don't need a shout out. A small donation for your family trips. Good man. Thank you for that. Eclipse Chris says, I live on the coast and can't see France. There's lots of shoreline. I can't see at distance. I can even go up a hill and see over the curve. All
Where
right.
does he live? Ask him where he lives. Ask Chris where he lives.
Well, he heard you. But I need to get going. People, thank you very much. Factzzzz, thanks very much. Let's set up another time, and we can you can get your own observations, and we can work through an example of how to actually do the math.
Well, I just want to stick with the tangible evidence with what we've gone through this evening. I'd like to have a recap on that, and then we'll get into all the posh maths and all your stuff and all that refraction and the viewer height and all that. And I know it's relevant, McToon. I'm not detracting or trying to be like cocky or like rude. I'm just saying, for someone like me, we've got to keep it simple and start at the basics. And if you can convince me, who knows, man? Who knows?
All right.
Who knows, man?
All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you. Here we go.
MC Tune, drop that beat.
All right. Let it flow. Let yourself go. So I know that is the tempo.
So, yeah, let's do this.
Let's do this. Yo, it's MC Toon, the debunking tycoon. I shatter flat earthers, make them face the moon. Your attempts are decent, but they'll swoon in the face of my logic like a deflated balloon.
Oh, MC Tune, the one to soon cartoons. On your real say, send it first to their views. Your theories are like old brews, sweeping ignorance or just spreading the views.
FDFE stands for fumbling the facts, evidently. I drop truth bombs so splendidly. Your approach is soft, mine's unrelenting. I bring the science while you're just venting.
MC Tune, the buffoon with silver spoon. I tackle pseudoscience, make them change their tune. You're the sidekick, I'm the rude. When it comes to debunking, I'm the rude.
In the rizzle dizzle. But hey, FDFE, we share the creed to educate and debunk the plant the seed. Though in this rap, it's clear indeed I've got the upper hand in word and deed. Alright, hold on a second. The Zoom call died. Everything died! No!